welcome to Sake Boss, where I help you understand sake, pick sake that you like, and enjoy sake like a boss. Today I'm taking us on a trip through time with a sake that hasn't been seen in 300 years. So buckle up, because where we're going, we don't need roads.
Right, stop.
If this is your first time here, Sake Boss is all about making sake easy for anyone to understand. So you can, number one, sip something dope. Number two, be cooler than your friends. Look, we've all got that friend with the handlebar mustache and the full sleeve tattoo who won't stop bragging about his ethically sourced nut milk and cage-free laboratory meat. Change the topic to sake. Everyone will thank you for it. Also, this channel is about premium sake, the good stuff. So if you buy your sake at a gas station or anywhere you can find a Slim Jim, that's not the type of sake I'm talking about. Although, sake and Slim Jim might be kinda tasty.
Oh yeah!
The sake in front of me is very interesting. I've never had it, but as far as I know, there is nothing like it out there. When I heard about it, I didn't want to try it because I was told that it was made with the original sake making method. As a diligent sake scholar, I knew that was gross. The original way to make sake, dating back over 2,000 years ago, was to have virgin women chew rice grains, spit into a bowl, let all that goodness ferment, and then, naturally, people would eat that viscous virgin spit paste and get their party on. Nasty as f*** though. This ancient method has a name, kushikamizake, and it roughly translates to mouth-chewed sake. Much like a furry convention, not interested. But I was assured that this is not kushikamizake, and it's made with a wholly saliva-free recipe from the 18th century, and it's brewed by a tremendously respected master. I hit up my sake dealer and I was like, yo, hook it up. So here we are, and I'm excited because most people think of sake as a clear liquid that you have with sushi that's been the same for thousands of years. Not true. So I am super hyped to introduce to you the one, the only Time Machine. Time Machine is a rare type of dessert sake made using a recipe from 1712 and a very traditional preparation called shizen shikomi, or spontaneous fermentation. Whether you're making wine or beer or sake, it's all about the microbes. It's the microbes that are actually turning rice into a delicious elixir. With Time Machine, they use spontaneous fermentation, which means that they don't use cookie cutter prepackaged microbes. They use wild microbes. And that's a boss move because it's going to give you something distinctive, rare, exclusive, something that can't be replicated anywhere else. You might even call that terroir. So look, I'm chomping at the bit to taste this blast from the past, so say it with me. Enough yakking, let's get to cracking. Let's go. Ooh. I mean, it goes without saying that this sake is dark. Ever seen sake like this before? I mean, if this were on a Pantone paint palette, they might just call this Sake Boss because it looks like a brother's caramel complexion. Look at this. This happens because of oxidation in the bottle as it ages. I was on a Zoom with the brewer and he showed us bottles of Time Machine from different years, and it gets darker with age each year. This is what 2017 looks like. Let's give that bad boy a swirl, see what's popping. Whoa, savory as f. Expectations shattered. I was expecting something way sweeter. This is like leather, soy sauce, and honey. It's crazy. Very interesting. Looks like it's sippy time. Yo, wow. I've never tasted anything like this in my life. Oh my, I'm trying to figure out how to even describe this to you guys. I need to keep drinking this just to understand what the hell is going on right now. Woo. It's a hard life, my friends. This is just deep, layered, rich, full of umami. And umami bomb exploded. Alert. I mean, I'm getting honey for sure, chocolate, coffee, a little bit of green tea. And it sounds crazy, but that type of savory, amino acid forward element that you'd find in soy sauce, where you could just take sashimi, dip it in here, and it will be delicious. But it's also sweet, but it's also got really nice acidity. I mean, you've got sweet, savory, acid, honey, soy sauce, coffee. And I know that might sound strange, but the balance, I'm blown away right now. This is spectacular. One more time. Ladies and gentlemen, sake is the shit. Let me announce that to you right now. If you taste this, this is gonna expand your horizons beyond anything you ever imagined. Wouldn't it be cool if you could actually travel back in time to 1712 just by taking a sip of this? How dope would that be? Wait a minute. Why am I in a cotton field naked with the overwhelming urge to sing Wade in the Water? Oh my God. It's 1712. Abort! Abort! Ah! Interesting. Turns out 1712 was better for some than for others, my people. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about? Let's just leave the past in the glass. So legend has it that the brewer who made Time Machine found the 1712 recipe in the eaves of an old Japanese brewery. Who knows if that's true? But what I know for a fact is that he specifically brewed this to go with ice cream. Woo! Come on. Can my life get any better right now? Answer is no. We're doing this. Let's get up in here. But I wouldn't be sake boss if I didn't up the ante a little bit. Uh-oh. Midnight Passion. Brownie, passion fruit, chocolate mousse. This is gonna be dope. Oh man, that combo is already killer. First bite. Oh man, this is so good. Is this a job? Is this work? Let's dig into this Midnight Passion. Little known facts, Midnight Passion, my stripper name in college. Whoa, this combination is ridiculous. I was worried it might all be too sweet, but it has so much umami. It's not overly sweet at all. Wow, now it tastes even more like coffee. And this thing is like changing as I drink it. Oh, I got more passion fruit right there. Let's see what happens. Every single new element that I taste on this plate, Time Machine just finds a way to complement it somehow. Sake is such a chameleon. My only regret is I don't have enough Time Machine. Bruh, I needed 2 bottles. 1712 tastes like 1.21 gigawatts, if you know what I'm talking about. The brewer who made this is a genius. The spontaneous fermentation and the kimoto, they both resulted in more amino acids for more umami, more acidity, and that ancient recipe resulted in more sweetness, more thickness. All those things come together to make this the perfect complement to a dessert like this. Last bite. Jesus. So you must be wondering, Sake Boss, who is the mystery brewer behind this masterpiece? He's a true living legend, and you'll be surprised by his appearance. He's a mad scientist who's been able to push the envelope, all while practicing traditional techniques. This boss level brewer is none other than Philip Harper. Look at how badass that photo is. Clearly he's 100% not Japanese. Actually, he's from the UK. He came to Japan in 1988, and he's had a huge impact on the sake world. I know what you're thinking. A European dude leaves home and discovers a new land. We know how this ends. My Christopher Columbus meter was tingling, and I braced myself for some Thanksgiving vibes. Because let's be honest, Asians get their cultures ripped off all the time. Bruh. But this dude's legit. I promise you. If you ask anyone in the sake brewing community, they all know that Philip Harper has been devoted to sake like few people on earth. And that is why Philip Harper is the first and only non-Japanese toji, or master brewer, in Japan. And that is no easy feat. They didn't just let this man traipse up in there and throw some shrimps on the barbie because he had a cute accent. This man has paid his dues for decades. And as a young man, he worked back-breaking shifts from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. for years. Extreme cold, fatigue, injury, didn't matter. He showed up. Even though no one thought an Oxford-educated white dude could show that level of commitment to sake. He didn't come in with some kind of colonial, I'm gonna invade and take over the place mentality. He had a true connection to the craft, a desire to honor it and do it well. He speaks fluent Japanese, and one of his favorite sayings is Mai Toshi Ishinensei, which roughly translates to, every year is my first year. And he spends 200 days of each of those years holed up in the brewery, pouring his heart into endangered, handcrafted techniques, only coming up for air to see the smiles on people's faces as they drink his sake. And he is widely celebrated for his portfolio of unique and bold beverages. I think his greatest honor is being accepted as a peer by native Japanese brewers. In fact, the president of his brewery said that Philip Harper showed him that you don't have to be Japanese to show the heart of a samurai. Gets you right here. I love this story because it's not about appropriation. It's about respect. It shows when you have a deep love and appreciation for another culture, and you truly honor and absorb it, that you can infuse it with your own spirit and transmit it out into the world as something both new and familiar at the same time. That's what Philip Harper does, and that's what I try to do here. So let's spread love, respect each other, and create something beautiful. Like this. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you learned something. Hook a brother up with a like and a subscribe if I earned it. Try Time Machine. Trust me. And as always, if you sip something, sip sake.